So I got these glasses, and these are Malcolm X glasses. I didn't do it on purpose, but I was looking at a picture of Malcolm X the other day, and I was like, those are Malcolm X glasses. Hey guys, it's me, Jessica, of course, right? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. First off, I just want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed. It's been 2 weeks and we have 100 subscribers. So that means 100 people that are ready to learn about racism and how we can stop it and what we can do and how we can work together to be better. You know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. I just want to be a part of that, and I just want to say thank you so much for that. So let's get into today's topic of microaggressions. What is a microaggression? So I want to read the definition of microaggression straight from the dictionary so that we can, we can start from there. So I want to read the definition for microaggression straight out of the dictionary. A microaggression is a statement, action, or incident regarded as an instance of indirect, subtle, or unintentional discrimination against members of a marginalized group, such as a racial or ethnic minority. So now that we know the definition of microaggression, I believe that learning about racism and understanding the different types of racism, like we did, in the one last video, overt and covert racism, is understanding and learning. That way we can do better. So a microaggression can also be any situation that you would maybe think that someone was being too sensitive, or, oh, you're just reaching, it's just too sensitive, things like that. I'll give you an example. I know growing up, I talked about a little bit growing up in high school where my nickname was Oreo, that my friends would call me that. I even called myself that. I had it on the back of my Powder Puff jersey, things like that. Growing up, a lot of times I was told, because of the way that I talk, or because of my name, that I was the whitest black person that someone knew. And that is a microaggression. Calling someone the whitest or the blackest white person or the whitest black person, that's just an example of a microaggression. There would be times where I would not be somewhere, calling into somewhere, like placing a to-go order, and I walk in, and because of my voice and my name, this has seriously happened, where someone said, "Oh, I thought you were white. I didn't realize you were black." Obviously, that shouldn't matter what color I am. I'm ordering food, but that's a microaggression. So while microaggressions can be insults, insensitive comments, just generalized, kind of jerky behavior, the remarks, obviously, questions, actions, are just painful because they have to do with a person's membership in a group. That's discrimination. Well, you're not really black because of this, or you're not really white because of that. And a key part of the thing that would make them so discreet is that they're like joking. It's jokingly. It kind of fits hand in hand with, covert racism. It's harmless, it's joking, but it can be demeaning as well. And also microaggressions can happen just not with minorities, ethnic groups, but can also happen to women. Women experience microaggressions. If you're not able to reproduce, you're not really a woman if you can't have kids, or if you don't have kids, things like that. So also a microaggression, can also tie in with implicit biases. This is how a black person should act. There was once upon a time, just a quick story, there was once upon a time where we were house shopping. We actually had a realtor. I found a realtor and decided to go with another realtor because of a microaggression. It was the idea that black people did not have good credit. It's obviously an implicit bias. Black people don't have good credit. Black people, whether you want to say it or not, we know that that is the bias, right? Black people don't have good credit. Black people can't get anything because they don't have good credit. Black people can't do anything because they don't have good credit. She implied that maybe we wouldn't be able to get approved for a home because she knows credit situations can vary. In a sense, what she was saying was, you guys are black, so you don't have good credit. And that is a microaggression. She put a stereotype, and also an implicit bias. She put a stereotype on us, and in her mind, it was harmless. She's like, okay, probably the majority of black people in her mind, or that she's seen or heard or things like that, were unable to attain a pre-approval due to credit. And so she automatically put that on us, which honestly made her lose business because we obviously didn't go with her when we bought our home. I truly believe that finding these things inside of us, and whether if we're willing to be honest or not, we all have them. We all have biases and microaggressions, and we all have things in us that really separate us from people if we're being honest. And my goal is to just throughout this YouTube channel is for us to learn and for us to have our eyes opened. I would love to be about education. In this channel, we're going to talk about education. So we're going to learn about Black history. We're going to learn about events that took place in Black history. I know people, kind of have been finding out about the Tulsa massacre. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about I actually interviewed a friend of mine about implicit biases in education and what experiences that, teachers have or students have that they can learn from, so that we don't have or place those implicit biases on students and even teachers, that way we can do better. And making sure as we're going throughout our life that we're not passing down those stereotypes to our children. In our mind may be harmless, but are our words matching how we feel? We can say we're not racist, but I do believe that anti-racism is a journey. And I'm hoping that I can be a part of the journey to anti-racism. I do believe that people can learn and change. And if we have racist tendencies, if you have racist tendencies, this is for you. If we have racism in our hearts, I do believe that we can learn from those. I do believe this channel can be a place of learning, a place of really stripping away ideologies that we thought we had or we thought were okay, and that we can correct, and that we can start to treat people better, not based on stereotypes that we know or that we've heard, but really based on how we see people. I know people's favorite thing to throw out is Martin Luther King, and not judging people by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. And I do believe that we have to go on a journey from color of skin to content of character. And it really involves stripping away ideologies and thoughts that we've had in the past, and understanding microaggressions, and understanding covert and overt racism, and understanding those things, so that way we can treat people better. We could treat people differently, and we could treat people and love them for who they are. I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye.